What's up, gamers and brainiacs? I think I have to keep my voice up for this because that's how you are able to hear me through this thing. It's Foxtrot here. Sorry, intro's a little weird. And welcome to another live stream, which for some reason is less quality than a regular video. Then again, that may be just because it's darker outside. Anyway. Today, as you can tell from the title, yes, I'm doing something that probably a lot of people are going to be like, what? This is a thing? Why on earth would you do this? And I'm also going to hopefully look at the stream. What? This is a thing? Sorry. I accidentally just played my own stream. Yeah, because that works. Anyway, guys, sorry, there's people outside. Wait, someone's watching? What? Who's here? Huh, weird. Let's put this over here. There we go. Wait, no, that's actually not a good spot for it. Let's put this over here. Maybe. No, that doesn't work either. Alright. Anyway, guys, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna read the story, but first, before I do, I want to give a huge shout out to two people, and I'm sorry if I sound really depressed. I'm I guess because it's late, whatever. Not that late, though. Only 8:30. 8:34. Sorry the stream started a little late, by the way. Anyway, two people. Number one is the writer of this story, thekyuubivixen, who is an amazing writer. I really don't want to repeat myself because I tried to make this video earlier as just a regular video, but I got interrupted because I had to go eat dinner. So, yeah. What's today? Actual Taco Tuesday, okay. I say that because my dinner was actually tacos. Okay, and we are reading Sonic Fanfiction. Got my Sonic shirt. I got my Sonic hat. Got the Sonic story. Let's just get into this. Now, I've wanted to do this series for a long time, but back to Kyuubi. She's just like the best writer ever. Really inspires a writer like me, I guess, because I mean that's my dream job. I want to write stories for a living. You may not believe that because I'm a guy sitting in an office right now recording videos for YouTube. But yeah, I actually love writing. I love books. Sue me. Anyway, the thekyuubivixen. Sorry, the thekyuubivixen is one of the best at these kind of things, and I've asked for her permission to read her stories on YouTube. Like 2 years ago, I asked, and I have asked her again, and she said, "Okay." Quiet in there, Sophie. Sorry, Sophie's a dog. You may have just heard her bark. Hey, dogs are cool. Don't doubt it. All right. Anyway, yeah, so I'm reading her story today, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But before I do, I just want to send a huge thank you to B. Donovan as well, because he's my 5th subscriber, and he's also the person who made me understand the reason why I need to make these videos. Because he commented, and I'm just like, he puts like hope to see more, and that made me realize there, and I guess a lot of YouTubers have this realization moment as well, that that's the real reason I need to be doing these videos, is because people will find enjoyment and entertainment out of them. I mean, that's why I watch other YouTubers. I should have known that's what I should be doing. But instead, my mind was wondering, like, am I really doing this for that? Am I doing YouTube for the right reasons? Am I just doing this out of selfishness? But now I guess I feel a little more secure. A little more. So I know why I'm making these videos now, to make people happy. And I told myself I was going to do this series. So let's get into it. So yeah, sorry for that like 5-minute intro of nothing before we actually get into this. So what I'm going to do is go into the screen share. And I'm going to share this. Infinite screen of infinite. Okay. Okay. Oh, crud. This is not good. And we're going to this story. It's called My Arms Are Blue. You can actually read this story in the description. Oh, crud. Like, if I hit hide, does it stop sharing? Let's see. Okay, I clicked hide, but you guys can still see it. Okay, that's good. All right, so I claim no ownership of this story. It all belongs to this person right here, the thekyuubivixen, which is apparently a Naruto reference. I never knew that. Although I do know a vixen is a female fox, so yeah. Disclaimer. I don't own anything relating to the games or the show. By the way, does anyone else find it like... I may be interpreting this wrong, but it says like the thekyuubivixen, and I see this, and for some reason all I can think of is a hedgehog. Maybe I'm supposed to be thinking of a nine-tailed fox or something, but I just see like a hedgehog. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be reading this. Don't know for how long. Oh, and one more thing. If you guys have any other stories that you think I should read for this series, just hit me up in the comment box below. Just comment a story you'd like to see, and I'll ask the right... What on earth did I just say? It sounded like I was saying ask and ash at the same time. Okay, but yeah, I'll check with the writer and make sure everything is okay for me to do that. Anyway, I'm stalling. Let's get... Well, not stalling, dragging on. Yeah, that's the right word. But before I do, I want to read this. Sonic and crew watch the television show Sonic Boom, and may or may not go crazy in the process. Rated T for language. Ironic, isn't it? Okay, another thing. I said this before in the other video, and I actually wait till these moments for a reason, because I've discussed language subjects like this with Kyuubi, and I'm going to be leaving things like that out of it, which probably means I shouldn't be screen sharing, just in case stuff like that actually pulls up in the story. So okay. Well, this is going to look stupid. All right, so I'm going to stop screen sharing. Okay, there we go, in this yellowish room that I am in. And I'm going to put this in the corner. No, wait, I can't do that, because then... well, you guys will be able to see my face, but I don't need to see my face. Like, do I really need to see my own face? No, I don't. So I'm going to minus this, but you guys can still see it, I imagine. You guys can still see it. Yeah, I think you guys can still see it. Anyway, stream's still live, so let's get into this. Disclaimer: I don't own anything relating to the games or the show. That's a good thing to start off with. She doesn't own the games or the show. I don't own. Well, I don't own the story. She owns the story. I just own this hat, this Sonic shirt, and like a ton of Sonic games back home, but not here. Well, except for Sonic Dash. I do the alls. I do the alls. I do have the awesome screensaver to prove it. But anyway, what is up with my ability to speak today? Anyway, hello, fellow Sonic fans. I'm here to provide some entertainment for you and me, because I know that this is going to be a fun ride for the both of us. Oh yes, this is actually going to be a very fun ride for the both of us. Well, for all you people watching, because there's actually a lot here that's really, really funny. As mentioned from the summary, Sonic and his furry, yes, that includes Eggman. Have you not seen his stash? I'm pretty sure a bunch of you laughed at that, actually, because that's actually a pretty good joke. Anyway, Sonic and his furry, yes, that includes Eggman. Have you not seen his stash? Friends are going to watch their alternate selves on the big screen. Yep, that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. I'm not purposely bashing the show. In fact, I personally love it. With Sonic and his friends, though, well, you'll see. You're enticing me to want to read the story. P.S. This personal statement is talking about her other story, Reality Breach, which if you guys have checked out and want me to read, I'll read that one as well, but it means I'll have to read Alternate Reality first, and that's 44 chapters. Then Reality Breach is like another 43 chapters. Well, 43 is coming around the corner, so yeah. I don't know how this looks because I'm not looking at the stream. I'm looking at this page, so let's just get to reading. Anyway, as she puts it, all right, let's roll the tape. All right, no more stuff from her. Purely Sonic. Well, for right there anyway. I think there's some at the end. Sonic decided to end his early morning run the second a fat raindrop landed on his nose. See, this... I want to point this out. Like, how many of you thought this was going to be Sonic's, like, in his house or something, flipping through TV shows or something? Well, actually, it's actually from reading that right there, it still could be like that, but still, come on, that's like the cliche thing to do. And do we really need to be simple and cliche when we write these things? Just because we're writing fan fiction doesn't mean we can't write it like professionals. And I'm not bashing on Kyuubi either. I'm saying she is a professional for doing it in a non-cliche way. Well, as far as we're into the story, I've actually read this chapter before, to be honest, but I don't know. I'm not doing this just for like views or whatever. Like, cause really the newest one that I haven't read yet is the third one that's still in production, and it would be really weird to start with the third one, wouldn't it? So we're gonna start here, I guess. Please don't think I'm a jerk or a view hoarder. The slightly exasperated... Anyway, back to the story. The slightly exasperated hedgehog put on the brakes, pulling up dirt and grass as he dug his heels into the ground. It was a bummer that he had to cut his run short. That's what I was trying to say there. The adrenaline pumping through his veins, the wind whipping across his face, the pure rush of the activity was so ingrained in him that turning around was almost painful. And here's another thing. Sonic liking speed and all that. Okay, I mean, I know that's common knowledge, but the way it's written, well, I don't know. It just, for some reason, it just feels like she's easily showing us that she knows a good thing about the character, like their personalities and whatever, which is a good thing because you want that kind of stuff shown off. And you're a good writer if you understand your character's personalities. Okay, sure, running in the rain wouldn't kill him, but he needed traction if he didn't want to eat mud for breakfast. Also, being drenched by any type of water wasn't high on his to-do list. Adding on to what I just said, his fear of water. That's kind of a good thing. Play with that. Play with that idea, that is. And okay, he should have expected this because he noticed the darkened clouds when he left his home about 10 minutes ago. He just thought that maybe luck would be on his side. By the way, I'm just going to point this out. Don't believe in luck. I'm actually what you would call a fatalist, which is a person who believes everything happens by fate or destiny, if you will. Like everything that happens is just destined to happen. So yeah, that's just the way about it. I just wanted to point it out. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm a hypocrite for just saying the word. I mean, saying the word doesn't make you a hypocrite. It's like if I went and told someone to have luck, that would be hypocritical. That's not hypocritical right here because I'm using it as an example, but still, you get I'm not being hypocritical. Why am I putting so much effort into making sure that I don't sound like a hypocrite? Okay, continuing on, I guess. Anyway, he just thought that maybe it would be on his side. Sonic turned around to face the way he came and inwardly groaned when that one raindrop became hundreds. He drifted his emerald irises from the once bright, hilly landscape up towards the dreary sky above, sending it a weak glare. Luck definitely wasn't on his side today, especially because he soon learned that grass and rocks weren't great breakfast items either. And that's foreshadowing from earlier. I probably would be laughing at this, but I read a little bit of this earlier when I tried to make the video, as I said before. So, excuse me, I've read a little bit of this, so I remember some stuff. Yeah. Ugh. Sonic slammed the door behind him with a huff. So basically, we can tell that he's at his house now. Okay. Blue ears twitched when thunder rumbled in the distance. Yeah, today was officially movie day. The thing about this is I didn't understand what that was saying at first when I first read it. But then I thought about it a second and I was like, oh, the thunderstorm, can't go outside. What do? You sit down and you watch a movie. But the drip... excuse me. Part I'm leaving out. The blue blur called out, "Hey, Tails!" The house they resided in wasn't huge, so his voice could carry to any part. Even the garage of the kit wasn't working on anything in there. Looks like we're staying in until... By the way, yes, I will be doing impressions of all these characters. So, bear with me because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna probably offend a bunch of people. Maybe. Please don't be offended. Although, if you see it as just humor, then that's fine because we can have it as a joke. But if you're actually going to be offended and like yell at me, that's kind of bad. Anyway, the rest of Sonic's words died in his throat when he realized that something in the living room seemed a little off. And by a little, he meant a lot. Sonic whistled in awe as he approached the item that surely wasn't there when he had left. After passing two worn-down couches, he paused in his stride and gazed on in interest. "Whoa, Tails! I knew you were a fast worker, but this is incredible!" How his kid brother mounted a gigantic flat-screen television that almost covered an entire wall was lost on him. I've actually seen a flat screen this big. I think it was like a 69-inch TV. And boy, was that thing awesome. I think I played on it like 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Xbox 360 games back then, though. That was fun. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah. Uh, how his kid mounted a giant flat screen television that almost covered an entire wall was lost on him. He couldn't have been out for more than 20 minutes. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with me today. Excuse me, sorry. Tails, who had been in the kitchen a room over, placed the eggs he was about to crack gently back in the carton. He was kind of glad for this interruption. That clap of thunder caused his fingers to not be as steady as they should. Is this the whole Tails is afraid of lightning thing? Like, because I think that was just implemented in that one Sonic OVA. And that, I'm not going to even explain what that stands for. Um, I mean, it doesn't stand for anything bad, but still, I mean, why would I? What's the point? I just figured there was no point. Anyway, I'm wasting time, blah, blah, blah. But is Tails really afraid of lightning, though? He took a deep breath before making his way to the living room to see what in the heck Sonic was talking about. The two-tailed Mobian had been in the kitchen the whole time Sonic had been gone, so what? Oh. Sapphire orbs widened at the large screen the hedgehog was gaping at. Tails slowed his stride, mind whirling. Sonic? He started once he stepped up to his brother's side. A clearly impressed Sonic grinned at him, but he couldn't return the positivity. I didn't build this. Sonic's grin morphed into a confused frown. What do you mean? You had to. No one else could have built it. You're right, because I was the only one here. Tails' brow furrowed as he thought, and I would have heard something if another person did this. It's like it just appeared. A hand patted the fox's shoulder. Sonic chuckled. The gig. Oh, the jig is. The jig is up. Okay, for some reason I'm pronouncing it gig. Sorry, that's just the way I read it. The jig is up, bud. What? Did I just come back too early? Does it not completely work or something? Tails tore his attention away from the shiny black surface to make Sonic understand that he had no idea how the TV got there. Sonic, listen to me. This wasn't a surprise. One, there's no possible way I could put that up there quickly without some kind of help. Or magic. Are you implying that magic is involved here? Because I'm really not. I mean, I'd still read the story, I think. I mean, even if that was implied, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna, like, agree with it. I'm not a big magic fan. Used to be, not so much anymore. And two, Tails eyed the screen again, tapping his chin. I would have put some kind of ribbon on it or something. It's actually funny because the first time I read this, I actually imagined Tails putting a ribbon on it or something. For some reason, that's not coming back to me, though. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not thinking like that again. I don't know. Is it because I'm recording this live and people are watching? So, because I've still got some thoughts in my head. Like, when I read this, I'm trying to picture it in my head, but for some reason, I don't know. But Tails putting a bow on it, that does sound like something he would do. Before waving him off. I don't know why you're finding it this hard, but thanks anyway, little bro. The hedgehog playfully ruffled the fox's yellow bangs. Hang on. I must do this. Apparently he's talking about these things. I mean, I knew they were a form of hairstyle. I didn't know they were like bangs, though. Well, before, like, reading... apparently I'm stupid at hairstyles. Okay, alright. The hedgehog playfully ruffled the fox's yellow bangs. Another clap of thunder then filled the air, and Tails' namesake fluffed at the noise. A small smile curved Sonic's lips as he gestured at one of the couches. We'll worry about breakfast a little later, okay? Let's just watch some on this awesome present of yours. Tails inwardly groaned. I'm serious, Sonic. I didn't. What is that? He pointed over to a pair of items on the closest couch. The kid shuffled over to them, a curious Sonic on his heels. Tails' gaze snapped between the two objects, befuddled. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I believe that word means confused, but I don't think, other than the story, I've seen it anywhere else. Kind of forgot that word was here. Anyway, Tails' gaze snapped between the two objects, befuddled. There was a remote laying there alongside a note. He picked up the paper with quivering hands. The rain was smacking against their windows now, and read it aloud. You're not allowed to leave until you watch all of these. Tails held it out for his brother to take. I didn't write this, Sonic. That's not my handwriting. Sonic squinted at the words, and Tails was right. This was borderline cursive, while the Fox's was more like chicken scratch. I'm just going to point out that the first time I read this, I loved the fact that Tails had chicken scratch handwriting, because that's the kind of handwriting that I have. So, yeah, I've got the handwriting of a doctor. Basically the same thing as chicken scratch. Also, I never do write in cursive. Like unless I have to, like, you know, you got to sign in cursive for things. I'm glad that was backwards for you guys. Okay. Sonic squinted at the words, and Tails was right. Borderline cursive, while the Fox was more like chicken scratch. The Hedgehog stared at the letter, then the remote, and then the television. Maybe there was something fishy going on here. So you really didn't? No, Tails scratched the back of his head. This made no sense. It just wasn't possible. I didn't do any of this. Oh, okay, well, Sonic laid the somewhat damp paper back down. Who did if you didn't? I gotta seriously thank them. Really, Sonic? Like, you don't even care that someone burst into your house and put a TV on your wall. You're just like, thanks, bruh. Thanks, bruh. I'm gonna watch the new episode of Arrow. By the way, really like the Arrow TV show. Follow the Arrowverse. Okay, so anyway, continuing on with the story. Tails sighed, eyeing the remote. There were pause, play, and reverse buttons on it. Nothing else. We don't know if this is good or bad, Sonic. What if that TV was stolen? Or is covered with some kind of poison? That's a good... Well, I mean, the poison thing is a little far-fetched, though. But I understand what Tails is going for here. They don't know anything about it. They don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. And you gotta respect that Tails would be the one to do this because of, like, his 300 IQ brain. Well, apparently. I mean, because I've read that a lot of places, but when I tried to look for his actual IQ, like confirmed by Sega or anything, I don't think I ever found it. But Eggman's IQ got confirmed, and Tails is as smart as, if not smarter than him. So, yeah, I'm going with 300. Okay, anyway, covered with some kind of poison. Just because it's storming outside doesn't mean that the world is out to get you, Tails, Sonic advised, and he snickered when Kit grumbled, yes it does, in reply. Oh,
Sunday from McDonald's.
Thank you. I'm recording here.
Huh?
I'm recording.
Okay.
I'm live. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully she didn't reveal my real name. Recording here.
Hello? Hello, sweetie.
Please get out. I'm recording.
Hold your breath, sweetie.
Draco, please. That's my brother. His name's not actually Draco, but I call him that. Well, actually, he wants to be called that, so I'm like, you know, and I just thought, I'd call him that. Don't want to call him by his real name. I guess when I'm on YouTube, probably a bad idea. Anyway, where was I? The yes, it doesn't reply. There's only one way to figure out if this device is good or bad. We have to see if it has good chip. Really? Really, Sonic? Like, what the actual heck, dude? You're just like, oh, sweet, this dude put a TV in my house. Thanks, bruh. Gotta check for the channels, though. I wonder if this thing has Arrow. Which would be downright awesome if it does. Hey, Kyuubi, Arrow reference in the next one? Please? If you don't know anything about it, just use this one line. You have failed this city. All you need to know. Pretty much. Just Google that. Instantly, you should know pretty much everything about Arrow. Anyway. Okay, back to it though. As soon as Sonic grabbed hold of the device, a bright light filled the room. Both occupants groaned in unison as their eyes burned. The hedgehog dropped the remote back on the sofa and the light vanished. Okay. What, is the remote connected to like some teleportation device? Or something? Sorry, I kind of spoiled what's about to happen. Should have read a little bit more, my bad. They blinked their eyelids open after a moment. Tails rubbed them, wishing for his vision to return back to normal. What was that? Sonic finished the question. Quills bristled in surprise. Neither of them had an answer. The duo glanced around the room, searching for anything out of place or different. There was nothing. Sonic pursed his lips, examining Tails. He looked all right. Are you okay? It didn't do anything to you? Other than make me go blind for a second? Yeah, I'm fine, but... The fox bit his lip. This is so weird. Don't have to say that again, buddy. Sonic looked around again for good measure. Let's... He nearly had a heart attack when something, or rather someone, appeared right in front of him. Gah! He jumped backwards, fists at the ready to lash out. However, Tails' arm luckily kept him from instinctively punching a certain pink cat in the gut. Oh, I mean, we know that it's Amy, because who else would it be? Who else is pink in the Sonic universe? Watch a million comments start telling me about people. But anyway, the reason I said oh was because hitting any girl, just not a good idea. Especially when you're a guy who may or may not have feelings. Son Amy, am I right? By the way, actually, ships on Amy, so yes. Not gonna write fan fiction about that. No. No. But I will read. Anyway, hey, Amy? The younger boy shuddered out in shock. The pink hedgie had been snuggled up in her warm bed, dreaming about something she couldn't remember. So her seemingly teleporting out of her room into the relatively cold air of Sonic's den was more than enough to freak her out. Especially because she was in her pajamas and her hair had to be horrible. Oh, man. Ah! She screamed, hugging the pillow she had taken hostage from her apartment. What am I doing here? Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm not going to do a good Amy voice. I'm a dude. What do you expect? Tails made a calm down motion with his hands. We don't... Oh, sorry. We don't know. Amy adjusted a magenta sleeping cap on her head. Oh, that's cool. Wait, is that a Sonic X reference because of that, like, green sleeping cap Tails had on his head? By the way, that was actually a pretty cool looking hat, if I remember correctly. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay. How is this looking, by the way? I'm going to check this for just a second. I think it looks all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good, guys. Back to the story. All right, scrolling back up. Okay, Amy adjusted the magenta sleeping cap on her head. What do you mean you don't know? I was Sonic? She had calmed down enough to notice the blue hedgehog behind the fox. Uh, After regathering herself, Amy pouted. So why am I here? I was in the middle of a good dream. And totally not presentable. Did she have bags under her eyes? Oh no, she did, didn't she? Tails rubbed the back of his neck, oblivious to Amy's distress. Sorry, we just... He pointed at an item on the soft piece of furniture. It was the remote. The remote? Amy peered down at the device with a subtle frown. That teleported me here? Her stare turned accusatory. It all made sense now. Tails had been experimenting. She really should have expected this. Did you build that, Tails? The kid resisted the urge to pull on his ears. I did not. Oh, man, I'm giving them the same voice. Oh no, that's bad. I did not. Tails' adamant declaration never finished, for two more Mobians popped into existence. The echidna whipped his neck around crazily, while the striped hedgehog took one glance at Tails and instantly scowled. Yeah. Yeah, obviously we know this is Knuckles and Shadow. Okay, by the way, guys, I know this is completely off topic, but something I really want to talk about because I actually think it's funny is I was watching the 26th anniversary Sonic gameplay over on the Sonic the Hedgehog official YouTube channel. And Aaron Weber, he's the guy from all the like Sonic memes or whatever. He said he got asked in one of the comments, is Dark Sonic ever in the game? If you don't know what Dark Sonic is, just go ahead and Google it. And basically what he says is, yes, it's called Sonic Adventure 2, and his name is Shadow the Hedgehog. Just for some reason, that was like really funny to me. Just the fact that, yeah, Shadow's basically Dark Sonic. Okay. Okay, whatever. Anyway, continuing after Shadow scowling at Tails for some reason. Well, actually, I know the reason, but I'm not going to spoil it. Oh my gosh, Amy explained, and two pairs of eyes focused on her. You guys too? Two? Agitated Amethyst shifted from her to Tails, who was gaping like a fish. Knuckles stomped over to him, huffing. Why do you have that look, Tails? What did you do? He was right in the middle of guarding the Master Emerald, and he'd be darned if Eggman or Batgirl, obviously Rouge, got a hold of it again. Tails opened his mouth to answer, but Knuckles didn't let him speak, and was currently almost at the front door. You can clue me in after we get in the tornado and are headed back to Angel Island. The kid held back a yelp when lightning flashed outside and his ears flattened at the resultant thunder. This day was growing worse and worse, and it just started. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, then you're about to have a really bad day. Yeah, I have a feeling things are going to only get worse from here. Well, actually, because I know that they're actually going to watch the show, so I don't know. For some reason, I'm just thinking it's going to get worse. Honestly, the show's not that bad. Just for me, it's a little childish, I guess, which I guess is what they were going for, but probably why I'm not that much of a fan of it. Although I did see some of the earlier episodes, and I did see the special with Zoe, because love the Tails episodes, man. Okay, Knuckles paused at this, I'm guessing that's supposed to say startled, expression on the kid's face. He knew that Tails and Storms weren't the best of friends, and well, the echidna wasn't keen on getting soaked to the bone either. He guessed that he could wait a while until he returned to his little shack on the island. Now, was it a shack on the island? I thought it was pretty much just the emerald, him, pretty much wasteland. Well, not wasteland, grassland and trees. There we go. He doubted the doctor would be active now, and Rouge hopefully wasn't being herself today. Basically, this guy is just hoping for something good today. You can clue me in never, because I don't care. Shadow was not in the mood for this. He had spent all night doing paperwork for Gunn, and while he didn't need sleep, he sure as heck wanted it. The striped Mobian gave the fox a pointed look before strolling over to the door. Make sure that this doesn't happen again. Tails wanted to explode. And I know why. Because everybody's accusing him. And when someone just says the same thing to you over and over again, accusing you of something, what are you going to do? Like, literally, be honest with yourself. If someone accused you of the same thing over and over again, even though you didn't do it, what are you going to do? You were going to get red in the face until you boom. And no, that was not a pun because this is a Sonic Boom episode. Yada, yada, yada. Well, isn't this a full... Oh, my bad. Well, isn't this a full house? Sonic waltzed back into the room. He left, actually, but I didn't explain why. I left that out for reasons. My own personal reasons. Personally, I just don't... just not a fan of what was in it. I mean, it's not bad, but I just didn't feel like including it. Sonic waltzed back into the room, only to be met with two new faces. He assumed that they received the same treatment as Amy. Were y'all getting beauty sleep too? Sorry about that. Shadow just scoffed as he went for the door. Knuckles folded his arms across his chest. So what's going on here? I know Mr. Emo over there didn't teleport us here. Shadow is an emo. Well, I mean, everybody kind of says he is. Really, Shadow's not that bad. Like, he's gotten a lot better over the years. Like, if you actually paid attention to, like... Nah, maybe I shouldn't reference Sonic 6. Yeah, let's not do that. Watch it, Echidna. The Guardian ignored him as he waited for an answer. Dude.
Dun 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 dun.
Dude, I'm on YouTube. Thanks for ruining my video. Yeah. Siblings, am I right? Okay. Moving on, excuse me. Sonic remained steady when Tails somewhat leaned into him. He had dried himself off a bit while he was gone. Okay, so yeah, he's dried himself off from the rain. The storm was really raging now. I'm guessing it's Sonic who's speaking, considering he's the first one mentioned here. We don't really know ourselves. Amy reached for the cursed remote, and the Hedgehog Fox duo were too slow to stop her. She grabbed it, and the brothers glanced at each other in shock when nothing happened. The Pink Cat showed it to Knuckles. They said that this thing brought us here. And I did not build that, by the way, Tails clarified as the Echidna took it. Wow, why did I change his voice? You didn't? Knuckles snorted. I would believe you, Tails, but Sonic is more about destroying everything he touches. He couldn't have... Sonic put a hand on his hip and laughed. Of course not. This house be leveled before I finish that. The Azure Hedgehog appeared around Knuckles when it sounded like his door was being smashed into. Shadow was ramming the slab of wood, a frustrated frown marring his muzzle. The door shook, but it didn't fly off its hinges. Whoa, hey. Oh, wait, Sonic speaking. My bad. Whoa, hey, you can hit me all you want, Chats, but the house is off limits. He thought that Shadow ignored him. Wouldn't be the first time. But the ultimate life form set a glare over over his shoulder. It won't open, he offered as an explanation. Did you try the knob? Of course I tried it, Shadow spat. He wasn't an idiot. He wouldn't have been even using the door if he had his Chaos Emerald with him, but for some reason, he didn't anymore. It won't open. What? Tails hovered over to where Shadow was, the strut one step to the side. No way. The kid gripped the doorknob and attempted to turn it. It didn't budge. Yes way. Amy gasped, holding her pillow closer to her. Are we trapped here? Wow, I'm giving her and Tails the same voice. Golly, why do I keep doing that? Sonic scratched his cheek. Doubt it. He jogged over to the nearest window and unlocked it. I'm sure that this will... He grunted as he pulled up, but it was like someone on the outside was pushing down. He couldn't see anyone out there, though. There was nothing but rain. Never mind? Wow, now it's like I'm mixing up all their voices. Crud. Knuckles cracked his namesakes. Move out of the way, Sonic. I'll make us a way out. He reared back a fist as he approached and threw it at the glass when he was close enough. The only thing that resulted from that swing was a hissing Guardian. Knuckles held his abused hand against his body. Even I couldn't? There's no way. Maybe just the exits are like that. Sonic looked down at Amy, brow raised. She had discarded her pillow in the sofa by the remote the Guardian had dropped. The speedster was going to ask what she meant by that, but then he got his answer when a Pico Pico materialized in her hands. The Pico Pico hammer, of course. By the way, I actually knew about the name of the hammer before reading this because I actually played the DS version of Mario and Sonic at the 2008 or was it 2010 Olympic Winter Games. By the way, that game is so fun on DS. All right, anyway, the Pico Pico hammer's in her hands. By the way, how did she get that, by the way? Does she have a space where she stores it, or does it literally materialize? She charged at the closet wall and swung with all her might. The handle of her weapon broke in half. The pink I don't even know. Ogled? Kyuubi, you're surprising me here. I mean, I love the college level language skills. Trust me, I'm all for that kind of stuff. But I have no idea what that means. I'm guessing got wide-eyed, surprised at the pieces in her grasp. That's never happened before. None of this has happened before, Knuckles grumbled, nursing his hand. Sonic ran his fingers through his quills, tapping foot. So, this is a trap. Yeah, it's a trap. That's my attempt to do the Admiral Akbar thing from Star Wars. I probably messed that up entirely. Yeah, Tails agreed. Tails agreed as it dawned on him. It has to be. All that were present shared a knowing look. Eggman, they all chorused. I'm not surprised. Shadow was glaring at the door like it was the one behind all this. He just wanted to go home and rest. Now he was stuck here with Faker and his posse. Fantastic. It's been quiet for a while. By the way, do you guys think I'm doing the Shadow voice right? I mean, I know it's all deep and dark and mysterious. And edgy. His ears then perked when there was a heavy thud behind them. Shadow, along with the others, spun around at the unexpected noise. He deadpanned at the larger-than-life doctor blinking confusedly on the ground. Oh, great. I'm pretty sure I don't want to read that. Okay, the doctor blinking confusedly on the ground. The human gasped in shock once he realized that he was suddenly in his arch rival's home. What is the meaning of this? The doctor demanded, disregarding. I skipped something in there relating to the topic I don't want to talk about. Blah, blah, blah. The doctor demanded. The man glared from behind his dark glasses. Well, rodents, I'm sorry, I'm not Mike Pollock. I don't have the awesome Eggman accent that everybody knows and loves. We should be asking you that, Baldy. Sonic sauntered over to him and grinned. Though I'm impressed. Getting yourself stuck in your own trap isn't an easy feat. Trap? What are you talking about, you walking pincushion? Eggman growled. The rodent was in his own home. The human wouldn't trap Sonic where he was comfortable. There had to be spikes and fire. And water. Couldn't forget that. Still recording. Sorry.
You can't stop for a second.
I'm actually live, so there's literally no way to stop.
Well, it's in my freezer. I'm going to bed, and you're sleeping in here. There's your sheets and everything. Make sure you make your bed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, hopefully they didn't pick up your voice. That'd be kind of embarrassing.
It's classic. It's a classic live stream.
Hey, just wave to the camera. That's my Aunt Kim, everybody. Alright, I'm gonna fully shut the door. Oh, hey, Mika. That's the cat. Absolutely. Sorry, guys, gotta move so the cat can get to the food. This looks weird right now. I'm gonna do this. Hopefully this works. Of course. Hopefully my real name was just not revealed. Again. That's always a problem when I record these things. My real name is always at risk of getting revealed. Ah, man. Then again, my actual friends, never mind if I say that. Then people will do nothing but hunt. Okay, scrolled the wrong way. Okay, where was I? Alright, water, couldn't forget that. Knuckles shrugged his unharmed fist at the doctor as he approached. Don't play dumb, Eggman. Excuse me, my bad. Don't play dumb, Eggman. Let us go or I'll knock you into next week. A cold sweat appeared on the doctor's forehead. Keep your oversized mitts to yourself. Wow, why did I go British? Keep your oversized mitts to yourself. I'm not the one to... Really? I'm still going British. Keep your oversized mitts to yourself. I'm not the one to blame here. Yep, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I totally believe you, Sonic rolled his eyes. What's the point of this anyway? Yeah, Tails stepped up, more than relieved that people stopped blaming him. He didn't mess things up all the time. Like, how often does he mess up? Well, then again, there was that plane crash thing in Sonic Adventure 1. What else is there, really? I mean, that's really all I can think of. Well, then again, he did mess up the transmunicator in Sonic Colors, now that I think about it, but really, come on, that's like 2 out of, like, a lot of games. Okay, but anyway, why the TV, remote, and the note? And how in the world are you keeping us in here? Eggman would have throttled every single one of the pests if they weren't very capable of killing him. For the last time, I did not... Everyone froze up when loud static filled the room, drowning out the rain. Oh, snap. Multiple pairs of eyes locked onto the huge flat screen on the wall, with white noise covering every inch of it. Sonic glimpsed over to the remote to see it untouched on the couch. Eggman wasn't close enough to turn the television on. Maybe it wasn't him, but who? Knuckles tilted his head, pointing to the screen. Did you two always have that? No, Tails had no idea what was happening. It just appeared with the remote and the note. And that note, my bad. Eggman wasn't having it. They had to be toying with him. Is this some kind of joke? I swear as it is. As soon as I get out of here, I will be back with a full army of robots. Excuse me. No one heeded the man's warning. A note? What did it say? A note? What did it say? Knuckles questioned. The fox went over and picked up the paper again. It just says, "You're not allowed to leave until you watch all of these. Nothing else." Shadow stomped over and held out his palm. Tails gave him the letter. Shadow read it, growing more irritated. What is it talking about? There needs to be the striped hedgehog. Oh, right. Shadow. My bad. Shadow read it, growing more irritated. What is it talking about? There needs to be. The striped hedgehog trailed off as more words were written in front of his very eyes. Okay. Anybody have a logical explanation for this? Instead of, oh, well, actually, I think I might have one. Like, what did this write as like? Does this write up like the power of invincibility? I mean, not invincibility, invisibility. Well, then again, scientifically speaking, if you're invisible, you're not able to see because light would pass through you. Thus, it's not hitting your retinas, which they reflect off of, so you can see. Science to you, invisible girl, invisible woman. Your powers are useless. Thank you very much. Sorry, invisible woman. Anyway. Okay, the others instantly crowded around the dark Anthro. This was probably the most surprised they've ever seen Shadow. They soon understood why he had cut his sentence short. The letter had been writing itself. It read, My apologies. I should have been more specific, huh? Well, to be more clear, none of you are allowed to leave this house until you watch every single episode stored in that TV. Episodes of what, you ask? It's up to you to figure it out. Have fun! I'm sorry, but that's actually kind of legitimately funny. Like, what the heck? Oh, crud, I think my computer's dying. Grab the cord and the pillow. Nice. Okay, sorry about this. I know this looks weird. Just give me a sec. There we go. Oh, now it's brighter. Yay! Okay, scrolling up. Eggman, though he was completely flabbergasted, took the chance to clear his name. Do you believe me now? Sonic's eyes were as wide as they could be. Yeah, Eggy, you're off the hook for now, but back to this. What in the heck just happened? Tails seemed truly concerned. I don't have a scientific explanation for this. You and me kind of both, Tails. I mean, is it magic? Amy glanced over at Apple Knuckles. Like, could the Emerald do this or something? Oh, the cat needs to be let out. Hang on, guys. I have to go. Go, Mika. I like animals. Probably why I like Sonic so much. Okay. First off, the emeralds aren't magic, aren't they? I mean, like going with this question, like the emeralds aren't magic, aren't they? They possess chaos energy. So technically it's like a form of scientific energy that's just converted into others. Like electrical energy for like Shadow's chaos spear. Although I'm not exactly sure how it well, maybe that chaos energy is transferred into more kinetic energy for the user, thus explaining why they're able to move faster in supersonic speed and all that. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with scientific explanations for this. I'm really trying to be a science nerd here. I actually really like science. Mythbusters was an awesome TV show. And let's not forget Bill Nye the Science Guy. But when you were a kid, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Okay, anyway, back to the story. The kid now slowly shook his head. No, nothing like that. Shadow heavily exhaled. Are we just going to ignore its instructions? I'd rather get this over with so I can get the heck out of here. Okay, first off, Shadow's agreeing to this too. I mean, I understand, like, if you're trapped and under this sort of circumstance, like, you probably just, okay, okay, I guess we better do this, I guess. I mean, I mean, I guess it can't hurt to try it out, but still, it's just surprising how fast, like, he did this. Like, if anything, Sonic should be jumping around like, hey, why don't we just do what it says? Maybe that'll give us some explanations here, or something like that. I mean, I'm not going against what Kyuubi's written. I mean, it still works out. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, come on, Chads. Are we really that bad to be around? Sonic joked, but his heart wasn't really into it. This was too bizarre. The note wrote itself, and now they had to watch some show to free themselves? The speedster faced the TV and pointed to it. Look, guys. They all shifted their attention to the screens. The words, once you get comfortable, press play, you'll be here for a while, had replaced the white noise. Let's see, let's do the math. 52 episodes times 11 minutes. That's roughly 6 episodes an hour. 52 divided by 6, that's just under, yeah, like, maybe around 8 hours and 44 minutes. So, adding the minutes from the other, yeah, a little over 9 hours. Yeah. And that's just one season. If they're including season 2, yeah, this could take a long time. Isn't it ironic that I spent like an hour trying to read this one chapter? Wow, am I a slow reader or what? Okay, a while, Shadow had a bad feeling about this. His patience was already being tested. How much more would he have to endure? Do we do what it says? Amy suggested. If it was true that they couldn't leave, they might as well relax and watch. A show couldn't be dangerous, right? Yeah, as I said like a couple minutes ago. Sure, she'd rather be in her regular clothes, but she guessed that couldn't be helped. Sonic didn't seem too repulsed. I can't even say really at that because that's actually Amy's character, and it's actually one of the reasons why she's not one of my favorite characters too much. Although, I'll actually admit this, I actually like Sonic Boom Amy more than I like the regular Sonic Amy because she's less of the whole stalker, in a way. Okay. It's obvious that we don't have any other choice, Eggman groused. I could break the TV and let us stay here for the rest of eternity? No, thank you, Shadow bit at Knuckles. There's no point in arguing with a magical being, right? Are you sure it's magical, Sonic? Sonic grabbed the remote and flopped down at one end of the couch, leaning on the arm. Let's just go with it, he shrugged. Maybe it'll be something funny. Maybe you're seeing your reactions. Tails took the spot next to the speedster. To Amy's chagrin, I'm guessing that means despair. He had put a little pep in his step when thunder impinged his ears. Sonic let out a silent breath when the piglet claimed the other end of the couch. This was the first time he had thanked bad weather. Yup. I can see that. Knuckles had reluctantly settled on the other sofa along with Eggman. There was a spot left in the middle for Shadow. Lucky him. However, before he sat down, he noticed more writing on the note. He read it aloud. You're welcome, Sonic. Rubies met with dumbfounded emeralds. That's what it said. Before Sonic's brain could recover, sunlight shined through the windows. Any and every sign of the thunderstorm was gone. Okay. The speedster had to scrape his chin off the ground. It can control the weather? Okay, what kind of power are you playing with here, Kyuubi? Like, what is this thing? Like, are we talking some scribble knots type stuff where you just type it in and it just appears? Like, dude, that would be an interesting thing, though. Like, imagine if that invention worked. Actually, no, let's not imagine that because that would be very bad. Yeah, let's just not. Let's just not do that. It was silent in the room as that information sunk in. Sonic. Knuckles eventually started. I say that you press play before it gets mad. He did not feel like dying today. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. Already on it, the hedgehog swiftly replied, holding the remote up and pressing play as Shadow stiffly sat down. The words from before faded away, and more appeared on the screen. May the Sonic Boom Marathon commence! Sonic Boom? Oh, my bad. I said it in the Sonic voice. Wow. That's terrible. Sonic Boom? Amy repeated, leaning up to look at the Azure hero. Is this show about you, Sonic? The speedster allowed a small grin to grow on his muzzle. I don't know. But if it is, this whole being trapped thing might not be so bad. Knuckles, Shadow, and Eggman simultaneously groaned. This might be the end of them. Okay, Shadow, I can kind of see. Eggman, definitely see. Knuckles, well, actually, yeah. They have been known to annoy each other in the past. Especially more... Nah, I can't say more in recent years. I don't know. They all silenced when that text went away as well. A disembodied voice began narrating as soon as the screen cut to a sunny canyon. By the way, all these are in bold. I guess I should tell you that. So what the bold words are the ones that actually revolve around what they're watching, what's on the TV at the current moment. In a world. I think I've seen the trailer, but I forgot what it was like. So forgive me. Oh crud! I just spoiled it again. Darn. There was another cut to an open ocean with a strange white structure standing upon a lone island, where speed is so vital. Now there was a lush forest in view, along with a blue plane and a hovercraft piloted by a large man in a red jacket. Sonic paused it there. There you go, Eggy. It's not just going to be me. You're in it too. I can't wait to see how many ways you lose to me in this. Eggman scowled. Shut it, rat. I'm sure they'll acknowledge my scientific genius and show you a horrible defeat. The hero scoffed. Treat him on, old man. Yeah, because if you can't do it in the games, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it in a TV show? Like, for real, homie? For real? My bad. The bright canyon was back again, and the hovercraft came into view once more. And where evil never surrenders. Eggman was flying fast, weaving in between rocks and sharply turning corners. It all ends here, old friend. Eggman's voice says as a red-clawed robot dropped down and sped off. A cliffside was shown now, slowly panning up. The narrator returned. Only one man. Yeah! There was a faint laugh, and suddenly there was a blue hedgehog in some kind of shack. He was scratching his head, standing in front of a bandaged yellow fox. About that... Woohoo! You're in it too, Tails! Sonic held up a hand. Sorry, I know that woohoo thing. Like, I'm sorry. I cannot do that. I probably can't do that in a Sonic voice. Sorry if that sounded weird. Anyway, Tails clapped it, though he wasn't as enthusiastic as his brother. They were basically held hostage by a mysterious force. Amy narrowed her eyes at the picture, feeling like something was off, and it was. Sonic, look at your arms. They're different. Sonic blinked. What? I mean, yeah, the neckerchief and sports tape are seriously like, why? But, whoa, my arms are blue. But why? My aren't blue. By the way, my arms are blue, and now title of the story, my arms are blue. Roll credits. Good night, everybody. And now I'm coming back because I don't want this to fall off. And also because I'm actually going to continue reading. That was a joke. Well, actually, I don't think my computer would fall. I guess I just got a little panicky for a second. He double-checked. Oh, right. Mine are blue, but why? Mine aren't blue. He double-checked to make sure. Yep, smooth and as pale as ever. Paler than mine, actually. Don't know if you can tell in the light. I'm putting my hat back on my head. Knuckles propped his chin on his palm and huffed. Honestly, so what do you think this is? Some kind of dumb reality show? Hey, reality shows aren't dumb. Well, some of them are. But then again, I can understand what they're talking about there. Like, if you're meaning, like, reality TV shows like Flash, Supergirl, and all that, like, I don't really know if that counts as reality TV. Hang on, let me Google this real quick. Reality TV. Okay, reality TV. Television programs in which real people are continuously filmed, designed to be entertaining rather than informative. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I guess... My bad. What? I said I was putting my hat back on, and then I just took it back off. Okay. Okay, that. Some kind of dumb reality show. It has to be, Amy chirped. She was suddenly excited for this. If Eggman, Sonic, and Tails were in it, then it made sense that she was too. And if this was a show focused on romance, then... She smiled, giddy for what's to come. Okay, just because it's a reality show doesn't mean there's going to be romance. I could be wrong, though. I mean, then again, there was that episode with Tails and Zoe, and there are a billion Son Amy things here. Yay. Ooh. Awesome. Some kind of dumb reality show. Okay. Alright. Smile giddy for what's to come. I don't know. Tails tapped his chin. Yeah, that Sonic looks a bit different, but there's no way that he's an actor. It's like if Sonic had a twin brother. He sounds the same, too. Whoa, why did I make Tails' voice like so much more mature now? Sonic hummed, gears turning in his head. You're onto something, Tails. Remember what the letter said? It said it was up to us to figure out what it's about. I don't know about you guys, but I say that I look older there. I think that's in reference to the whole, apparently, I heard this a while back, but apparently the show took place like 6 years in the future. So doing the math in my head, that means Tails is apparently 14 or 17. Because, wait, no, he's definitely 14. Sega's pretty much confirmed that he's 8 at this point. Although I used to hear forever that he was 11. Why? Is he 11 in some other continuity? So anyway, that makes him 14 here. Sonic would be 21 or 22, depending on what you go by from generations. Knuckles is definitely 22. Shadow, well, I don't even know where to begin with Shadow and Eggman. And Amy would 18. Okay, let's keep going. Sorry. Okay. Okay, and I look older there. Knuckles was more alert. So you're assuming this could be our future? Sonic shrugged. It could be. We've done with the time step before, and it's possible that I could fill in my coat later. Does that mean like upgrade your wardrobe? Oh, fill in. I'm so stupid. Fill in the coat, of course. Finally grow the fur on his arms. Of course. Duh. Amy leaned forward in her seat. Oh my gosh, that's... You You can't be serious. Shadow crossed his arms, giving them a sharp look. Do you really think that's a possibility? It's stupid to think just because. Sonic met his gaze. Shadow, we've been trapped inside my own home by someone who can make letters write themselves, can materialize a TV out of nowhere, and can change the weather faster than you can say chili dogs. Are videos from the future that much weirder? I think I ruined his voice with that, but I really don't feel like reading that entire sentence again. Sorry. Not lazy, just don't. I'm not lazy for not wanting to do that. At least I don't think I really am. Shadow stood his ground. I refuse to believe that this is nothing but a reality show until proven otherwise. Ah! He was suddenly shoved off the couch and onto the floor, landing hard on his chest. I said wrong. Otherwise, there we go. He was suddenly shoved off the couch and onto the floor, landing hard on his chest. Shadow rolled over only to see a petrified Knuckles and Eggman looking where he had been. It couldn't have been them, but then who? The ultimate life form swallowed hard as he returned to his seat. I believe. This is insane, Eggman cried before stroking his mustache. Yet interesting. Don't ever make the thing angry. Got it. Knuckles glanced over to a half-amused, half-aghast Sonic. Play it. Sonic didn't need to be told twice. Join Sonic. The blue hedgehog was currently running in the canyon and sliding to a stop when he came across a perilous ledge, waving his arms to keep from tumbling down. And his crew. There was Tails in the blue plane, a hopeful-looking Amy. Said Hedgehog giggled to herself. This was going to be good if she didn't anger whatever was watching them, that is. Oh, my bad. Oh, and I'm not saying when the thing is in bold, so you don't know this one is. Well, maybe you do if you've seen it. Okay, I'll just speak like this whenever it is. Hopeful looking Amy, and then Sonic and Knuckles. The red echidna had a clipboard and pen in his hands. I think that you would make a great sidekick for me. The blue hedgehog answered with, okay, yeah, I'm not going to do it like that, my bad. No. But yeah, we're in bold. The blue hedgehog answered with an exasperated, no, Knuckles, out of bold. Yeah, that's easier, actually. Sonic paused it and waited for any punishment. There was none. Whew! He held up two fingers. Two things. One, maybe your sidekick next. And two, are you taking steroids in the future? I'm sorry. I probably should have looked first before I read that out loud. Do not condone the use of those at all. They're very bad for your health. Knuckles glared at him. No, I will not be taking them. And how do you know anyway? I could have just had some rigorous exercise and... Hey, what was that laugh? Sonic just grinned cheekily, and the echidna kept himself from throwing a fist in that direction. He didn't know how well the thing took to violence. Back to bold for all new adventures. There was an action shot of Tails in his plane avoiding a robotic arm reaching right for him. Then it switched to Sonic back running in the rocky... I'm guessing it's supposed to be switched back to Sonic running in the rocky cliffs, chasing Eggman in the circular hovercraft. I mean, it may not be, but for me, it just... I don't know, it sounds better that way. By the way, still in bold. Chasing Eggman in the circular hovercraft. Can't lose me, Egghead, Sonic taunted with a smirk. Eggman! The doctor corrected, punching his dashboard in frustration. You know my name is Dr. Eggman. You do that on purpose, he growled. Out of bold. What, want me to call you Baldy McNosehair instead? Be quiet, you insolent cactus. That's a new one. Insolent cactus, okay. Back to bold. Initiating speedy swing surprise, Sonic told his communicator, Eggman not visible anymore. Tails let down a yellow energy beam. The blue hedgehog grabbed the glowing rope and swung around, kicking the red robot from a floor into a rock wall. Out of bold. Ooh. Tails didn't know what that tool was, but he liked it. Of course you do. Of course he does. Tails is fascinated by just about anything electronical. Can you imagine what would happen if Tails got his hand on a Sega Dreamcast? Like, I was just thinking of machines and, like, if he got his hands on the Sega Dreamcast, like, how he would try to improve that. Tails would make the best video game console ever. And I'm not just saying that. I'm just like, with his expertise, not only would he want to learn about it, but he'd make it better than ever. We'd be able to finally play games from exclusive for one console on all 3 consoles. We need that. Actually, can they just stop doing it? Well, no, I can't ask for that, I guess. Back to Bold. I was just trying to protect you, Sonic said to a disappointed looking Tails. It cut to that same extending arm slicing to one of the blue plane's wings. By putting me in more danger? Tails retorted over the scene of the fox panicking as he lost control of the aircraft. The plane had holes, Sonic loudly argued. Out of Bold. Sonic and Tails shared a worried glance. It looked like their relationship got a little rocky there, but it was weird. Tails had been in way more danger than that before, and he never got mad like that. Is this really the future? Not in anything, and then you get mad all of a sudden. I'm gonna... nah. I could make a joke here, but I really don't. I'm not gonna make... no. I'm not gonna make that joke. Actually, it's not that bad of a joke. I mean, it's nothing vulgar or anything like that. Yeah. Anyway. Back to Bold. There were multiple action shots of Eggman, Sonic, and Tails before Amy appeared on the screen. She was juggling colorful balls while Sonic gazed on dispassionately. Yeah, she's juggling. Out of Bold. And why am I juggling? Amy questioned with a frown. Sorry, it sounds like Tails now. I don't even know how to juggle. Was she trying to impress Sonic? She inwardly gasped. Maybe she was. If this actually was the future, then she had to learn all she could from her future self. There's that same clipboard from before, Knuckles muttered, bouncing his knee up and down. The scene with him and Sonic and the one with Amy were connected somehow, but hopefully not. He didn't want to entertain Sonic in any way, especially by juggling. Yeah. Back to Bold. There were more quick scenes of Sonic, Tails, and Eggman, the human screaming for the red robot to attack. Why am I rushing? My bad. Sonic spin dashed the mech, and then the screen cut to Sonic Boom. The words flashing in large. After a second, Eggman reappeared with a snarl. I'll be back with a new robot who has super laser eyes, and he'll feed me ham. He floated off into the distance, muttering, "Evil ham." Oh man, I bet for some people that was actually kind of funny. By the way, out of Bold now, but still, I bet that was kind of funny. The screen went black and Sonic snorted. Evil ham, Eggman? What makes it evil? How you put on pounds after eating? Oh, shots fired! Yeah, talk about his weight, Sonic. Don't hold back. Nah, actually, you can't hold back. It's still kind of funny though, because he's a fictional character. Like, if these were real characters, if this was like a real event happening in real life, I wouldn't join in because that's not funny. I don't like making fun of people in real life. Like real life people. Unless I'm just playing around. Like but like seriously offensive stuff, I'm not okay with that. Why on earth am I like that? Anyway, wow. That got really philosophical there. Anyway, wait, is that the right word? Whatever. Okay. The doctor squeezed onto the couch, wishing it was a certain hedgehog's neck. Whoa, dude. Don't ask me. I would never say that. He glared at the black screen like it had insulted his ancestors. It's like my IQ has dropped faster than you in water. Harsh, Sonic mumbled under his breath. Knuckles linked his hands behind his head, raising a brow at the brothers. So it looks like this is mostly going to be about you two and Eggman. Amy and I barely made appearances, and Shadow, the echidna, sneered over at the brooding Hedgie. Why am I even here? Shadow hissed through gritted teeth. He showed up not once during whatever the heck they just watched. Tails thought about it. Well, the note implied there are multiple episodes, right? Maybe you all will show up more often then? Yeah, in the last episode. By the way, that by the way, that's actually something I'm looking forward to as I read this. Is like Shadow just reviewing all of them and being like, I don't see myself. Why did you bring me here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Until it finally gets to the last episode and he's just like raring to explode. And then he finally sees himself. And then he's going to let his anger out on the camera when he sees himself. Because he's pretty much Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. You bring shame to all the hedgehog kind. Well, actually, that's more like Raditz from what I remember. You're a disgrace to all Saiyans! I'm sorry, I do not. My bad. Let's just continue. I bet. Okay, so maybe you'll show up more often then? Okay, next sentence. I better. Or this is a waste of my time. Shadow finished his statement in his head. He favored not getting pushed to the floor. What was it? What was it that we just watched anyway? Amy stretched a bit before bringing her knees up and wrapping her arms around them. An intro? Because that wasn't long enough to be a full episode. I think so, Ames, because look at the screen. Sonic gestured at the television. The words Episode 1, the sidekick, floated over a play symbol. The sidekick? Guess that's where you come into play, Nux. So don't worry about being left out, he teased. Shut up, the Guardian grumbled. Oh, if only I had... Well, actually, even if I did have editing skills, I couldn't do that live. You know that one scene in Sonic X of like Knuckles just saying, shut up! I could have put that here. That would have been funny. Okay, anyway. Do you think it'll show how to make that energy beam I had? Tails questioned Sonic. Tails, no offense, but I don't think many of the children would care to learn about those kind of things when watching a show about a video game character. I mean, some of them would. Personally, me, I like learning how things work. I like learning about things. But obviously, I think that show was aimed at a lower demographic. I mean, that's not to say that it wouldn't be. Then again, they didn't really show it. He just, and from what I remember of the show, he just kind of touches like a little area on his belt, and it starts to glow, and it turns into that. Like that was never in Rise of Lyric, from what I remember. But no. Anyway, okay. Okay, next sentence. Anyway, after Tails questions Sonic, the hero smiled before saying, "There's only one way to find out." Sonic was about to press play, but his stomach made itself known. Tails grinned at him before getting to his feet. I can whip up. I can whip up some breakfast before we get into the thick of it. Hopefully it was okay with the thing if they took a little break. Nothing pushed them over, so success? Success in my book. I guess. Thanks, bro. Sonic smiled in appreciation until he noticed Amy's slightly mischievous expression. Before she made a move to scoot over, the hedgehog yawned and turned his body. His legs crossed over each other on the couch, his feet becoming a wall to keep the pink head away. Oh, that's kind of jerkish. Oh, it even gets even more jerkish here. Listen to this sentence. Oh, man, I'm so tired. Love this couch. So comfy. Oh, man. Oh, man. And what's funny is I'm actually sitting on a couch, which is actually my bed for tonight. I got no problem with it, actually. Okay. 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 Next sentence after loving the couch and keeping Amy away. The fox snickered when Amy's cheeks puffed out. He then asked, The rest of you guys want something? Sure, Knuckles grunted. Amy perked up a little bit. Yes, please. Sapphire Orbs then trained on a silent shadow. He looked every bit like a child who's been in timeout for too long. He was just going to take that as a yes. Yeah, don't talk too much. Tails focused on the gloomy human. Eggman, what about you? The human squinted his eyes at him in distrust. What are you making? Tails fought hard to retain his chuckles. Eggs? I get it because he's an Eggman. Eggman hated the fox and everything he stood for, but his hunger was still there. Fine. Over easy. Okay, I'm just gonna pause right here. Like, I know that Eggman's a villain or anything, but I'm actually gonna give Tails credit here. I mean, I understand there's not really anything evil or mischievous going on for what you distress him at the moment, even though you probably distressed him after everything he's done. And I know that Eggman has worked with them in times past, but yeah, just making breakfast for an enemy. I mean, kind of a good guy, really good guy. I mean, seriously, what? Do you know many guys who would make breakfast for an enemy or something? I mean, I realize he's kind of just doing it for everybody, but still, I mean, lesson to be learned here. Lesson to learn here that I can take out of this, even though I'm probably rambling on, is that, hey, just because someone's not nice to you doesn't mean you can't be nice back. I mean, look at this. Eggman has never been nice, and yet Tails is still nice enough to at least make breakfast and offer it to him. Anyway, chapter's almost over, so let's go. Fine, over easy. Did I say that right? Eggman hated the fox and everything he stood for, but his hunger was still there. Fine, over easy. Sonic couldn't help himself. Like every single one of our battles, am I right? The hero was laughing too hard to dodge the slipper thrown at him. Oh, now that I think about it, I don't know if this is going to become a running gag, but because I read the second chapter already, I don't know everything about it. I think I remember a lot of it. It's like my favorite episode of Sonic Boom that gets watched in that episode. So yay! But in the end, Shadow gets something thrown at him. Sorry, spoilers. Probably should have said that first. I mean, it's not really that big of a spoiler. It's not like, oh yeah, this is who the bad guy is. This is what happened. Blah blah blah. It's just, yeah, Shadow gets something thrown at him. I didn't even explain what it was, because that in itself is a spoiler. I'm not giving that away. Okay, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh wait, there's still a little more. Author's note from Kyuubi. The video showed up in this chapter was the E3 teaser trailer of Sonic Boom, just in case you didn't recognize it. Okay. That E3 2014? Probably. That was fun. I wonder what the thing is. Definitely not the person writing this story, that's for sure. XD. You know, the smiley face. Oh, boy. So if it's not Kyuubi, even though that smile really makes me think it is Kyuubi, although Kyuubi, if she's doing that, she wouldn't give it away like that, I don't think, so it's probably not her. I wonder what it is then. Now, okay, I know that this kind of fake is sort of risky, but I'm following a couple stories like this, and I fell in love with the idea. Tell me if you'd like to see more. I'll be off. Yes, it is sort of risky, and by the way, that's the end, but Kyuubi did an amazing job with this. I'm going to exit out of the story right now. I will read chapter 2 sometime in the future. So yeah, I guess that's really all there is. Kyuubi, your story is amazing. Thank you. I love the way you're portraying these characters and the comedy you put in them. Um, for those who are watching, please check the links in the description down below if you want to check this story out for yourself. Follow, favorite the story, all that good stuff, and I will definitely upload the second part sometime in the future. I don't know if it's tomorrow. It might be. Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this Sonic video. And I promise there will be a lot more content from here on out. I'm sorry for the whole break thing. Yeah, I don't know, late stuff. Getting to the computer late and all that. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. And the story. Kyuubi, thank you. You're amazing once again. I just can't help saying that. You are like the best fan fiction writer ever. And oh boy, there's a strand on my hat. Did I get it? Yeah, I think I got it. All right, but yeah, you're like the best fan fiction writer ever. And I tip my Sonic hat to you. Oh, crud. I tip my Sonic hat to you. Sonic and Tails. Think fast. All right, but anyway, I'm dragging on, and this video has gone on long enough. I think it's like almost, golly, it's over an hour and a half. Oh boy, definitely gonna have to do a live stream again. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that I'm such a slow reader that this took so long. But if you did enjoy the video, all I can say is just have a God bless day, everyone.